I do not run a Jerry Springer show. I do not run a Jerry Springer show.
I don't feel safe, and it seemed like you were getting a little angry. I don't know. I mean,
I'm not getting angry, sir.
We've got a police officer and we've got a prosecutor. Both are state actors, and they're trying to bring charges against me. And I just want to know, because you are a judge and you are another state actor, am I going to get a fair and meaningful hearing here? Because I'm being labeled and called the defendant here. And what I'd like to be called is the victim. Outstanding, because I'd like to talk to this prosecutor who I suspect is a criminal at this time.
So the so-called sovereign citizen just showed up in court, and honestly, this might be one of the dumbest hearings I've ever seen. The guy walks in acting like he's the victim, even though he's being charged with resisting arrest and running one of his usual fake legal scams. It's like he's trying out for a documentary called How to Lose a Court Case in 5 Minutes. The judge clearly isn't having it. You can tell he's getting frustrated fast. The whole thing turns into a total courtroom meltdown. And watching this guy try to defend himself using Google-level legal knowledge is both hilarious and painful. Let me know in the comments what you think about these Zoom court hearings. Personally, I think they've gotten completely out of control, especially with people like this. Anyway, let's get into it and watch this judge completely humbled.
Okay, Mr. People versus Lanto.
Your Honor, James Gazicki, I'm asking the court right now if I could withdraw on this matter. I don't think I could adequately help Mr. Lanto in his legal arguments because I'm not familiar with the issues in it. And I'm just asking the court if I can withdraw.
All right. Then, Mr. Lanto, then I can appoint a different court-appointed attorney.
Well, I just want to clarify and make sure I'm going to be able to speak for myself in the court. I don't want anybody speaking for me. As a matter of fact, I mean, all I really want is to be left alone. So that's first and foremost. And then as far as an audio-only recording, I was told that there's an objection to the audio-only recording. And I'd like to know, I don't feel safe without a recording. So is there any reasonable objection?
Well, first off, you can't record in the courts of law. If you'd like a transcript, everything is already being recorded by my court recorder. And I can assure you that there's no, the recording device is on and it records, and that's what she does. She records everything. So if you'd like a transcript of that after the proceedings, you're more than welcome to order a transcript. So
I've been told that before, and then when it comes to getting the transcripts, I still am waiting for the transcripts when I was told that in the past. So, well, like I said, I don't feel safe without a report.
I know that you're not talking about the 23rd District Court, because I know if you've ordered a transcript from my court, those are always forthcoming. I've never had to deny anybody a transcript. So if that happened to you in another court, then I suggest that you call the State Bar of Michigan and report that court, because obviously they're not doing things correctly.
I have no desire to do that. All I want is to have fair and meaningful hearings. And first off, I'd simply just like to be left alone. But other than that, I mean, to get fair and
I get that, but obviously you had an interaction with somebody where they are alleging that. Because today's the date and time set for the arraignment. So I want to make sure that you understand. I need to phone. On the date and time in question, it is alleged that, because first let me do the arraignment part, because I need to let you know what exactly you're being charged with. All right. So you say you want to be left alone, but they are claiming that there was an interaction. Now, first off, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney if you got a 411 will be appointed to you by the court at public expense. Now, it is alleged that on November the 17th of 2022, while in the city of Taylor, that you violated City Ordinance 32-31, which is a charge commonly known as interfering with the police authority. That is a misdemeanor punishable by 93 days in jail and or up to $500 in fines. So, as to that charge, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Well, first, can I just make a few clarifications.
I'm gonna caution you that anything you say can and will be used against you, so.
I understand.
As to guilty or not guilty, that's just the only question I'm asking right now.
Well, in order to say guilty or not guilty,
Or you can stand mute, which means I'm not saying anything, and then I will enter a plea of not guilty for you, so that you don't have to say anything, and it automatically goes to not guilty. So are you pleading guilty, not guilty, or standing mute?
well, before I make a plea, you stated that I have the right to be informed of the cause and nature of the.
You can see from the timer in the corner. This is the exact moment he starts his sovereign citizen routine. It's the same every time. Instead of simply saying not guilty, he decides to give the judge a full TED talk on why stop signs are apparently unconstitutional. It's unbelievable. It's like watching someone try to beat the legal system using a Facebook meme from 2012. And the craziest part? There are still people online who actually believe this nonsense works. Some of them really think if you say the right magic words, the Constitution suddenly becomes a get-out-of-jail-free card. Anyway, let's see how long it takes before his whole fantasy crashes and burns. Right back.